Welcome to NFL. Here's your host, Dames Marvs.
Loch 22 Nation, for the first time ever. We are live, NFL Live, you guys. Frankie J and T.O., we are live. This is year 4, and NFL goes live for the first time. How are you guys feeling right now?
I'll start. I think this is a big moment for not only you, Dames, but for the Loch 22 Nation, Loch 22 Productions. Congratulations, finally getting live. We already have a bunch of people watching. I think it's awesome, man. Congratulations. I'm going to give you a clap, my Theo.
Thank you.
Claparoo.
I'll let him give you the clap. I'm just happy to be here.
Sweet.
Wouldn't be the first disease Frankie's doled out.
There you go. Got to be known for something.
Well,
I will say one thing, James, before you start.
Yeah.
Just make sure that everybody watching out there, if you feel like being part of the conversation, feel free to drop a comment. We'll be able to see it from wherever you're watching.
Yes, we may not respond, but we may. So who knows? But feel free to. We'll see it regardless. If you're new here, we are no rules, no respect, no shit. That's the first. I mean, you can see that up in the logo in the corner there. And we talk about NFL football. And what we've done here, we're now in week 12, but we got to talk about week 11 first. But before we get to those games, and we want to be done around, the hour and a half mark is the goal, because these guys have another show. Frankie, while I'm gathering my notes on these for current events, tell them about your other show.
Just following this show at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be over on Raw Live and all these same platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and everywhere. So we're going to be doing our show, True NFL, where T.O. and I kind of go into a comical side of things, and we talk about what's trending in the NFL and not necessarily what's happening on the field. It could be happening anywhere. It could be happening in the locker rooms or parking lots and on the streets with NFL. So we just have a fun version of it, and it'll be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So what's funny about that is I want you to promote your show, obviously, on this show every week. But this is the first time it actually matters, because people can tune in right after this.
Exactly.
I think there's an hour gap between the shows.
Yep.
So these guys are pulling heavy duty. All right, guys, I've noticed some trends in the NFL. And this show is called NFL, just so you guys know. These two gentlemen represent the Buffalo Bills, and I represent sometimes the Seattle Seahawks. Other times I don't claim it at all. But I've noticed a trend, and Tio, I'm going to let you go first on this because you were the one that was most concerned. What's with players spitting on other players? When did this start happening? And this is a second. Give a little reference. Jamar Chase spit on Jalen Ramsey in their game this week and received a 1-game suspension. Of course, he appealed it. Of course, that appeal was denied. He will miss a game. Tio, when did this start and why?
Well, lack of respect started when people stopped getting repercussions for their actions, stopped getting backslapped by their grandmas for disrespecting them. It's just a disrespect thing. It's the ultimate form of disrespect. He gets 1 game. He should have got another game for lying. He said he didn't do it. He still stands still. He didn't do it. Give him another game for lying. Till you tell the truth, you're not playing.
He does realize that there's about 20 cameras on him at all times, right?
You're not coming back till you acknowledge what you did and you apologize. That would be my stance. I hope the NFL listens. I'm sure a lot of people are on board, but 1 game for what? He's still saying he didn't do it?
Frankie, is this too harsh a penalty, or
it's not harsh enough?
Spitter?
It's not harsh enough. I've been spit on, and it doesn't matter if you're on a field and playing hockey, football, whatever. When you get spit on, that is the ultimate disgusting feeling, and that's way above and beyond slapping somebody in the face or punching somebody in the head. I don't think it was severe enough. And then secondly, like we've been talking about, it's on camera. It was on the wall. Every camera out there saw him clearly spit at him.
Yeah, it should be a crime.
I think, well, in some places, spitting at somebody can be considered a form of harassment.
Yeah, to put a nice bow on it and move on. If I walked up to Frankie in public and spit on him, that's assault. It's assault. It shouldn't be any, and especially if you're playing a violent game. I remember, just to go back to the Michael Vick thing, he was involved in the dog ring, right? A violent act. And to me, like, being allowed to come back in the sport when you're doing a violent crime, you should not be allowed to play a violent game again. And I kind of feel like, while spitting isn't violent, it should definitely be more than a 1-game suspension. We can tell us what you guys think in the comments. Definitely up for debate. But his appeal was denied, and he will be missing again.
Yeah.
All right. I do think, you guys, just one last thing on this. If it continues to happen beyond this, they will come up with a more drastic. They'll have to. They'll have to say, look, a 1 game's not getting the job done. A third spitting incident, it almost seems Seinfeldian for that to happen. So, all right. Got a couple quarterback things to talk about before we jump into week 11. Michael Penix Jr. Out. That brings Kirk Cousins back into the fold. Remember, Penix had a knock on him that he was injury prone when he was drafted. He was the oldest quarterback in that draft. He did play for Washington for 2 seasons injury free, but before that he had a myriad of injuries. And T.O., do you think he's going to be an injury problem for his entire career, or do you think this is just what happens to everybody?
It looks like it. I didn't follow him much in college, but from what you just said, it looks like it. I wouldn't call it a fluke. It's a violent sport. I've seen a lot of good players who just didn't make it because either their shoulder didn't carry the weight or the knee gave. There's a lot. It takes a lot. And yeah, if you're injured once, usually you favor another side, and then that side gets injured. It compounds itself, I believe.
Good point.
In a lot of instances.
Frankie, any thoughts on Penix versus Cousins?
Look at Penix versus Cousins. It's a hard discussion for me to get into because there was a time in life where Kirk Cousins was a dependable quarterback and considered one of the elite, at least top 15. There was a point in time where he had that in him. I think this Falcons team lost grip on him completely. I think there's a disconnect. I would want Penix in there over Cousins, but Penix, again, injury prone. How do you build around somebody that you don't know if they can even make it through a season? That was a really, really, really risky draft pick. I wouldn't have drafted a quarterback that was injury prone. No. That's what
the only problem I had with the draft pick was that they already had signed Cousins for 5 years at a huge money. Yeah. And I'm like, why did you do that? Why did you draft the oldest quarterback on the board that's going to sit behind somebody for 4 years? In theory, we didn't know that Cousins was going to shit the bed almost immediately. But yeah, time will tell. I mean, Anthony Richardson injured himself out of a playing spot. He's now been replaced by Daniel Jones, which I kind of the same guy.
Well, he got tired.
Yeah, so we'll see. T.O. I think he ordered his jersey already, and his Shedeur Sanders jersey is on the way. We finally see him start in week 11. I think the first play I saw when I switched over, he was getting sacked.
Yep.
But
I
also feel like he had a chance to win the game, and the guy dropped the ball, man. He put a ball in the end zone, and the guy dropped it.
He came into the game with the lead. He got sacked, threw a pick, gave the game right up, and yeah, he did have a chance. But when you're Cleveland, you pretty much can bank that chance is not going to come to fruition.
Well, and add insult to injury, it was against Baltimore, right?
Yeah, they weren't going to be. Yeah. They did play good, for what it's worth.
All right, Frankie, thoughts on Shedeur?
Okay, thoughts on Shedeur. Do I like him yet? No. Did I like what they did to him this past weekend? No. He should not have been in that game. Obviously, he was next up in line, but they threw him into the wolves. He had not had one lick of practice with any of those guys out on the field. They didn't even know what it sounded like to hear hut, hut, hike from him. So I don't think he had a fair evaluation. If you want to look at that past performance this past weekend and use that as we're going to say he's good or bad, I want to see him this week prepared with the first guys, the starters, and see what he does this week.
I want him to succeed.
I don't want him to fail, but I want to see a week of preparation, and what can you do?
I
He's
would
like
I have a little bit of a different take than you guys. I would obviously like to see Cleveland finally have some quarterback stability, because if you think of one organization other than the Bears before Caleb, there's no organization that's been as upsy downsy at quarterback. But here's the thing. I think, and I'm not saying this is true, it's just a potential theory. I'll let you guys comment on the theory and then we'll move on from Shedeur. But I think it's possible that they wanted him to start earlier than this, but they just could not allow him to go in there with the attitude, and they wanted to humble him a little bit, so they made him wait. And do you think there's any weight to that theory? I'll let Frankie go first.
Yeah, he should still be waiting, but there's no one healthy. I just it starts with me with the practicing. They don't let these backup quarterbacks get any reps with the starting lineups. And I mean, I get it. You're a starting quarterback. You're going to practice with the starters, but you can't expect the backup, and especially a third string or fourth string in this case, to just jump in and be able to. It's not college, man. It's not Colorado. This is the NFL.
It's not daddy. Go ahead, Tio.
No.
yes. To answer your question, he has been blackballed since the beginning of this. Most of us who follow any kind of sports knows that he should have went in the first round. He will be probably the best quarterback in that class. Cam Ward, I'd put him ahead of him. We'll see. He plays for Cleveland, so we got to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he's been blackballed since the beginning. They threw him out there to the Wolves last week. I don't know why, instead of just starting him next week. I don't know. Let's just thank God if you're Cleveland that they're not going to go back to Watson.
Well, yeah. I mean, that Watson would be the last option.
But
I also look at this, and I don't want to say that I've necessarily given Cleveland credit for having a plan, but when you're a franchise like that that's had so much instability at quarterback, you drafted two relatively high-profile quarterbacks in this draft, and well, there's going to be a time where you're going to have to pick and stick. They cannot keep doing this for another decade. So let's move on from Shedeur. We'll see what happens this week. He's going to start again, right, guys?
Yeah, they said at least 4 games.
All right. Yeah, 4 games. All right. And that's what led me to believe that they've wanted him to play for a long time, but they're just like, we cannot put him out there until he's a little bit humbled. And I think that's the right call. And maybe it was a little bit too – maybe they wanted him the last 4 games of the season. I don't really know. But starting him for 4 games sounds like a plan, Sue. All right.
Yep.
Jackson Dart, is he back? Is he officially back from injury and going to be starting this weekend? Somebody did mention that. Tio, I think it was you. Go ahead.
Looks to be he's on the way. We'll see how the final practice report goes Friday, but he did practice back from his 4th concussion protocol, and we'll see how he does if he's in there.
Frankie, I'm going to hold you off on this one because we're going to talk about this when we make our picks, and I'm going to ask you specifically if it's going to make a difference in your pick, whether he starts against Detroit or not. But that's way later in the show, so we'll move on. All right, guys, that's the notes that I had for leading up to Week 11. So let's talk about Week 11. All right, we were all pretty good this week. I'll start with you two. You two made the exact same picks except for one game.
Wow.
One game separated the two of you, and it was unfortunately the Detroit and Philadelphia game where Frankie picked Detroit along with me, so I can't sit here like I'm some superior being. And the monster known as Todd, which is why he's at the bottom, guys, picked Philly and epically took the day, getting 10 out of 15 right. He was 10-5. Frankie was 9-6. And then, of course, I'm almost unbeatable at this, you guys. I was 12-3.
Wow, good job.
On the week. I was quite shocked, honestly.
12
but this is how bad Las Vegas is. I had them marked as a win for all 3 of us before Dallas even kicked off that ball. So I was like, yep, I can go ahead and tally everything up. For the season, I'm at 67%. The two of you are now tied at 56. Todd, you raised your average 6% in 1 week. That's almost unheard of, but it's also because you've only been here 3 weeks.
There it is.
So don't get used to that kind of jump. But see, guys, it's the NFL is hard. To be over like 50, 60% in these games has been incredibly difficult this season. So no one really has any bragging rights until it's all said and done. Go ahead, Frankie.
You know, even these pro analysis characters on ESPN and NFL Network and whatever, they make their picks and sometimes they're way off.
50% is the league average on the pros.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're hanging in there with the best of the best.
We're gonna be better.
Yeah, I still challenge us. Somebody's going to get 100% before it's all said and done. Somebody's going to do it. And Frankie thinks it's going to be him. I laugh at that because he's historically this year been the worst of us.
Yeah.
But there's always hope. There's always, they say sun shines on a Frankie's ass
Every
every
day.
once in a while. I think that's the saying, right?
Twiddle.
right.
Yeah.
You guys, we had obviously Thursday night football. New England, New York Jets in New England. We all picked New England. We knew that was going to happen. 27-14. They weren't really ever under any duress. I think the Jets did score first, and that it all pretty much ended there. Any thoughts from either of you on this game?
Jets blow.
Jets blow. That is profound.
New England's good.
Yeah.
It's also correct. The Jets do, in fact, blow. Frankie, any thoughts on this game, or are we moving on?
New England's good.
New England is good. That's hard for you to – I could see your mouth pucker. You're like, I really don't want to say that out loud. But you
Not
sure
ready
did.
for it. Not ready
You
for
sure
it.
did.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. T.O.'s usually the one that's able to utter things that are hurtful to Bills fans. But good job. You're growing. It's a sign of growth.
Better chance of, dealing
All right,
with
guys.
reality.
First game ever in Madrid, Spain. The first half, not a touchdown to be found. I'm sitting there going, man, this is just terrible. And it was between the Washington Commanders and the Miami Dolphins. All three of us picked Miami, and huzzah, they pull it off at the last. Was this an OT?
Yep.
They did get to see overtime, so that's cool. But, yeah. The Miami Dolphins walked it off in Spain. Man, I would hate to travel all that way to lose to the Dolphins. Tio, go ahead.
Yeah, terrible game to watch, especially when you start Tua in fantasy. I mean, what a waste. Doesn't throw a touchdown. Achan looks like a beast. I'd love to have him on my team.
Oh, he is a beast. Frankie, my brother texted me. He said, this is awesome that we get to watch football early in the morning before all the games start. And I was like, I'm watching it. And I'm like, but this is the product. I'm like,
well, that's how you felt last week when we were talking about Thursday's games. And you said the more exposure. Thank God this is the last overseas game, but more exposure.
We are done. We are now done for the year. Frankie, what did you think of this game?
It was a game. It was on. I watched it. And then when the pregame shows started on CBS, I put it over to that.
So you watched pregame instead of an actual game.
I watched the whole. I watched most of the game up until 12 noon, when all this,
crap for the other game was going to start.
So people are saying that they make these matchups terrible on purpose, but here's the thing, guys. I'm going to poop on that because if you recall, last year's season opener was in Mexico City, I think, and it was the Eagles versus the Packers.
Yeah.
That is not a stinker of a game on paper, at least. So I don't find any value in that opinion.
Deebo Samuel is well loved around the around the world, I guess you could say. I mean, there are a lot of Deebo jerseys. You got a lot of fans over there are just gravitating to whoever has been in the league for a while, if you haven't noticed, and some of the new guys.
Right. Well, and it's felt like Jacksonville is like they're basically a European team sometimes.
Yeah.
They played over there so frequently. All right, let's move on. We all got that one right. We're 2 for 2. Then comes Carolina at Atlanta. Now, Frankie, I'm going to quote you directly. You said, this is going to come down to the passing game, and Carolina can't pass. Bryce Young's going to have to become some type of bobblehead
He did.
in order to win this game. Not only was he a bobblehead that threw for 4 touchdowns, but 448 yards is also a club record. I am literally shitting on your face right now for your pick of Atlanta and your comments.
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
Well, all I have to do is write him a letter and say that I said he was going to blow, and then he comes out and plays good. So,
you mentified this onto him.
I gave him juju.
Mentified's not a word. Forgive me, everybody that's watching live. I'm a little nervous, so I said mentified. Let's just make it a word, T.O. Can we?
We sure could, but what we can't make up is that Bryce Young's final 8 starts of last week, we thought he was the next coming of Brett Favre, and then all of a sudden in the beginning of the year he disappears. Who's to say he's not going to do it again at the end of this year?
Fair. Like I said, that we can talk about him every week. The tail of the tape is still out on him. We don't know what he's going to be. He certainly was great against Atlanta. I mean, come on.
Atlanta's defense isn't even that bad, though. They're ranked up there.
No, and it was, to be fair, this was a 30-27 game, so it wasn't like, a blowout. Yeah. But, played really well.
The NFL.
And I did make a little bobblehead figure for our video. I don't know if you guys watched it. All right, guys, let's talk about your game now. You guys had Tampa Bay. This was a big one. You guys had to be a little bit nervous. I mean, we knew that Tampa Bay was a little bit banged up, but so is your guys' defense, right? So knowing Baker Mayfield as we do, this was far from a game that you could be like, yeah, we're absolutely going to win, given what's happened already this season. I'm going to let Frankie go first on this one, T.O., because, I think I've been picking you first more often. Frankie, Josh, I want you guys to argue about this because we've had some back discussions and we'll get there. But Frankie, tell me your thoughts on Josh Allen and this game in particular by him.
What Josh Allen did was what he needed to do, and that was go out there and win the game and take a lot of it on his own shoulders, right? Run for 3 touchdowns, throw for 3 touchdowns, but where people are getting a little mixed up and getting worried still is he threw those really dumb passes. And I'll be honest, those bothered me too, but that can be cleaned up. You saw what you're going to see the rest of the year. I think Josh knows now that this is the way he's got to play because he's got to put more points on the board because our defense does suck. So he's got to put, 30 plus points up each week, and he's got to carry the team right now. You got
Theo, give me your comments, but in there, would you include for me why and what happened with the interceptions?
Oh, I agree with the majority of what he says, except for we've seen this before and it can be cleaned up. It can't be. This is all part of Josh Allen's game. He does turn the ball over, and he can, and he will, but he can also impose his will on the game and take over the game anytime he wants. And these are the two things we battle with here in Buffalo. Is he going to take too much on? Is he going to throw that weird 2-thing flip? I don't understand what that is. Take a sack. It's okay to live another day. You don't have to be doing Mahomes things. You're not Mahomes. And that's hopefully the pressure doesn't get to him. We'll see. Usually does.
You still had to be, both you guys had to be pretty happy with this win. This is a big win.
I thought they would win.
We all picked Buffalo. I picked Buffalo ultimately because of the injuries to Tampa, and I wanted to see an NFC team get beat.
Yeah.
Just because it helps every way that it can for my team. All right, and it was 44-32, so it was a pretty convincing win over a pretty good Tampa team.
Yeah.
Even though Baker Mayfield was talking mad trash about Josh Allen's small hands.
Yep.
Before the game, and he better bring his gloves, he said.
Well,
he did.
I mean, 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's mad production.
He's a beast. He's a beast.
Let me add something. I'm not sure if anybody heard this, but that's a record that he broke that was previously set by him, 3 touchdowns running and throwing. The last time that record happened was in, I think, 1950. Otto Graham was the
Oh,
last one
sweet.
that did that.
Otto Graham.
So he's up
Otto
with the big
frickin' Graham.
dogs. He's up with the most valuable football card ever.
Well, we all know Josh Allen's a great player.
Brady's amazing.
I do see some reckless tendencies, as T.O. pointed out, but I've never seen a quarterback that's turnover free. So we can leave all that at the door. Until you find one that's never turned the ball over, shut the up.
Fuck.
All right, fuck. Yeah. We can say that live, right?
Why not? Fuck
No
it.
rules, no respect, no shit. That
What
is
does
our
everybody else
motto.
think? I say swear the
All
whole
right.
time.
Let's move on to the Chargers and Jacksonville. Why all three of us picked the Chargers? Why are we picking the Chargers still?
Let me start, please.
Please.
Because this has really been bothering me. Excuse me. I don't think Justin Herbert's that amazing. First of all, I've been saying this the whole time he's been in the league. He's not what everybody thinks he is. And I think what happened, and I think what's going on, and this kind of goes back to a comment that T.O. had made to me, I don't know, a month ago, that fans become like hypnotized thinking because Harbaugh came in and he won these championships with Michigan and he went to the Super Bowl before with the Niners, that he's this amazing coach and he's going to turn everything around. At the end of the day, what's on the field is on the field. And I don't think they're consistent enough, and I don't think they're up to where they need to be with a Justin Herbert. If he's so good, why are they not good?
All right. I'm obviously I want T.O.'s comments on this because I think him and I both disagree with you on Herbert. But
They are good, but
I want to remind
good,
you
good.
they're 2 games ahead of Kansas City still.
They're good, but not
What are
good.
you talking? This is why we picked them, because they are just quietly a decent team. I disagree with you on Herbert. I think he's great. I think it's all circumstantial, but I'm going to let T.O. have the final word here. Go ahead, my friend.
I think Herbert's great, but what we always see from the Chargers, from years in past and current, is they just know how to lose. They just, for some reason, when you think they should win, they lose, and they do this a lot when it comes down into big games like this, especially at crunch time when the season's about to end. And it's baffling, but it just seems to be the way the Chargers are.
Yep.
They just know how to lose.
Yeah.
You know how to lose. And the final score of this one, guys, Jacksonville 35, the Chargers 6. 6 points.
What a boring game.
Good Lord. I don't think it was boring. I think the freaking Jacksonville lit the shit up, man.
That's
It was
shocking.
awesome.
About time. Guy did his hair differently.
His hair was on fire. All right. This is another one where I might dump some heaps of shit on you guys.
You can try.
Minnesota hosts the Bears. I picked the Bears. I'm coming to you. I'm coming at you right now because you actually said on last week's show, and I have it noted here, the Bears will come in last in that division. Are we? I'm looking at the standings right now. They're currently in first place with a record of 7-3. Now Minnesota is only 4-6. Do you stand by the statement of Bears finishing last? Are you gonna actually be emotionally honest and change that?
Let me see. No, they won't finish last.
All right. Look, I love you for that. This is a man, you guys, a man who can say, you know what? Just 1 week ago, I was incorrect.
Take note, Jamar Chase.
Take note, Jamar Chase. That's right. All right. Yeah, the Bear. I still don't know that the Bears are good. I still don't. I have a hard time saying that, but I definitely don't see them in last place. Frankie, why did you pick Minnesota?
I don't know.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
If Minnesota wins this game, Do you think the Bears finish in last?
No,
Okay.
no. I still don't, but and again, the score of this game was 19-17, so it's not like they routed them, and they certainly had chances to blow it. But anytime that I pick a game that you guys both did not pick, I have to kind of edge it in there, and I expect you guys to do the same thing to me when that happens. So just on that, but yeah, I still don't see them as a last place team. I really don't.
I agree.
Last year, I would have easily said yes, but again, I'm not saying they're good. I can't say they're good, but I'm looking at that division, and coming into this season, we were all like, "That's a pretty good division." But now I'm like, they're all kind of like they're beatable teams, really. Frankie, I think we cut you off, so I'll let you have the last word on this game.
Word.
Okay, great. That's what we want to hear. Okay, guys.
Word.
Green Bay, New York Giants.
Oh,
This game was way closer than it should have been. It was 27-20, and Green Bay pulled it out. I don't really have any comments other than Green Bay is frustratingly disappointing in most games. They played down to their opponents. T.O., go ahead.
They lost Jacobs, too, which is kind of big. Not sure how long yet, but definitely probably this week. They're another team that's baffling. You look at them and you're like, wow, they could go to the Super Bowl before, we're thinking. And to watch them play is just, you have to rethink that whole situation. You're just like, they're just not good.
All right, Frankie.
They have so many receivers, but yet none of them can ever play at the same time. The quarterback's good. The running back is just, he's good, but very rarely you see him go for 100 yards. So it's like, how good is the offensive line really? I don't know. I don't know Green Bay. Green Bay, tell me, if you're a Green Bay fan, what do you like about your team other than Jordan Love? And your
That's
defense
right.
sometimes, right?
What do you love?
Micah Parsons getting a fumble
Micah
recovery at the end of
Parsons.
the game.
That's pretty sweet.
Go ahead, Frankie.
I don't hate Green Bay. I actually like Green Bay now more than ever since Aaron Rodgers departed. I like the whole community owns the team thing, so I'm a sucker for that.
Mm-hmm.
But cool. Yeah, it's a cool thing. I think Buffalo is actually going that route, by the way, not to change subjects. But no, I expected a lot more out of Green Bay, especially offensively, and then defensively when they added Micah Parsons in there. I'm not sure what's going on, wherever the disconnect is. I'm gonna put it on Jordan Love. I just don't think, man. I'll say it, and I'll say it 100 times, and Todd, Teal loves to argue with me. I don't think these quarterbacks are as good as everyone makes them. I think they're too much hype.
Here's the thing.
I can't buy in completely. I like
Theo,
Green
I
Bay,
need
just
you to
not yet.
agree with me on this. Frankie is suffering from
Oh, Jesus.
what
8
you
years
would
of
want-
Josh Allen.
Yeah,
He doesn't remember the Emmanuel Sanders years.
Josh Allen, you're not going to get. I mean, there
He
may
doesn't
never be another one.
He doesn't remember when he used to try to convince me that Tyrod Taylor was good.
That happened.
Yeah.
How embarrassing!
Oh, please.
How
Emmanuel
embarrassing
Wilson.
for you.
Don't you remember these guys?
All right. Anyway, Green Bay won 27-20. Let's go to Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. We all picked Pittsburgh, and lo and behold, 34-12. Aaron Rodgers did break his wrist,
Good
but
for
he's
him.
probably going to play.
Yeah.
The
Some
beginning of the
mushrooms.
downfall, like I said.
Some mushrooms.
Cincinnati's I think Joe Burrow is going to be ready before the end of the season, but why? Don't you dare bring him back.
What do you
They will.
mean?
What do you mean,
Wait
Will?
a second here. How can you sit there and say that? After 2 weeks, you're pushing for injured guys to play.
No.
What do you mean? The
The
fans pay for him. They want to see him. This is what you told me. He's ready. He wants to
here's what
play.
I'm-
Why are you sitting him?
I made the argument because I asked Frankie to make it, and he fucking failed. So I
Oh,
had
so
to
you
do it.
agree.
I had to do it.
Well, you know what? You swayed me with your argument, and I think I let him
Well, that's
play.
because I'm a debater, dude. But here's the thing. They're 3-7. If you
So what?
bring him back and he comes back in like the last 3 weeks, you're already out of the playoffs. If he gets killed again, What then? He cannot sustain injuries to 3 seasons in a row. You might as well move on from him. And it sucks because if there was a guy that's comparable to Josh Allen, it would be Joe Burrow.
No way.
Frankie, shut your mouth. You're
That's-
just being a
I
homer.
mean,
That's just
on
way
durability alone, we can't even.
No,
compare 'em.
obviously not. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like actual quarterback play. But
beat
the
us.
best ability is availability. You're not wrong. And he's failing miserably there. So
Play him.
we'll see. Houston at Tennessee. This was basically Houston playing Houston.
Yeah, these games are weird.
I love these games, man, because the fans get so mad when Houston beats old Houston. And it's been happening on a regular basis for like the last
That's a
5 years.
southern rivalry right there.
But they didn't even have CJ Stroud. They barely pulled it out 13-16. This was not a fun game to watch by any stretch. Do you guys have any comments on either?
Yeah,
of your teams? Go ahead.
Mills might be better than C.J. Stroud.
We'll find out this week.
No, we won't. Mills is playing.
Yeah, I know.
Why? We've had a sample already. 2-3 games. I'm here to ask the question because I think he might be better than C.J. Stroud.
He was their franchise quarterback at one point. I'm not going to comment, so
Okay.
I'll let Frankie have the last word here.
I think they both suck.
Well, if you think Justin Herbert blows, I mean,
I think Justin Herbert's better than Stroud. I mean,
Thank you.
Sometimes I give Frankie the last word, and I'm just sorry that I did that.
no, it's a good thing.
All right, San Francisco, Arizona. San Francisco routed Arizona. Arizona's meddling right now. They're up against the ropes. Their season's almost over. Probably actually already is over. They're clearly going to be last in the division. I don't have anything to say. Brock Purdy was back, and he looked like he didn't miss a beat. He actually looked better than Mac Jones.
Yep.
Which I hate to admit because that makes them a little bit more scary. But I don't have anything. So if either one of you guys.
Yep, I do, because if this was this time last year and the San Francisco 49ers were getting healthy, we might have picked them. And it seems like they're getting healthy at the right time. They're going to be having a lot of momentum. I'd worry about that team. But their defense is not good.
Frankie?
It's Arizona. They're done.
Okay.
Is that a real? I mean, is it a real testament to say that San Francisco beat the crap out of Arizona? Is that really? How do you gauge how good your team really is when you played the shittiest team? That's what I gotta say. I mean, they're 3-7 Arizona. They were 2 whatever.
Well, this is their second consecutive blowout, but all their losses combined were 13 points before that.
Yeah.
So you couldn't technically say that they were an awful team until these last 2 blowouts against division opponents.
You are what your record says you are.
But yeah, I suppose.
What's his name had a huge game, broke the record for most completions. Brisket.
That's right.
Mike Wilson scores 30.
47 pass completions in one game. That's
Mike Wilson lost. Wilson scored like 37 points in fantasy without having a touchdown.
And he lost.
That's unheard of.
Yeah, that's absurd. All right, guys. The Rams and the Seahawks. Your guys' NFC matchup of the week. Big story here. Sam Darnold has 4 just terrible interceptions, terrible decisions. And they still lost on a missed field goal as time expired. That's crazy to me that happened that way. Tio, you and I went back and forth on this one in the text message chain, which I'll spare everybody. And I'll let you make your point here. But what I had forgotten was last time Darnold played against the Rams, which was the playoff loss, I believe, right? He was sacked 9 times.
9 times.
9 times. He was seeing ghosts in this game. He didn't get sacked once, but he threw 4 interceptions. And that, I mean, I think we can all agree if Stafford would have thrown 4 interceptions, they would have got blown out. And the fact that we didn't get blown out, yeah, it's crazy to me. And I worry about what Sam Darnold is ultimately going to be when it matters, but I'm not ready to call it yet. Tio, I want to give you the final word, so I'll let Frankie go first.
On this game,
Yeah.
Sam Darnold. I mean, I don't know how to really gauge that one either, because was this game really? I mean, yeah, it was for first place in the division, but by no means does that put Seattle in a bad spot. They're still second in the division. Sam Darnold had a horrible game. Did he see ghosts? I don't know. I don't know what the hell he saw out there. He saw something and he threw the ball to the wrong people. It happens. But then you can say Josh Allen threw 3 interceptions too, but he ran for 3 touchdowns. So how do you? Am I Josh Allen spoiled?
How do you even compare?
Well, interceptions killed him.
8 years of excellence versus 8 years of mediocrity.
Okay, fine. I digress.
And you're giving him the benefit of the doubt. His defense bailed him out. He should have took 1 or 2 more sacks instead of throwing the ball to the other team. It baffles me that they didn't get beat worse. It really does. It actually shows me how good of a defense Seattle actually has, because we don't get to watch a lot of their games. You just hear it. You actually don't even hear a lot about them. And I got to watch it firsthand. That surprised me the most.
Yeah.
That the Rams weren't able to, with both those guys, get anything going. And no, I wouldn't be worried about Darnold, because he just threw 4 picks and you barely lost.
Yeah,
I don't see him doing that again.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't either. I'm not worried at all. You guys know a couple times on the show I've told you it's good to take a loss every once in a while to humble and regroup. And I'm sure it was heartbreaking losing on a 61-yard field goal that went wide right. I could have used a magnet, Tio.
Sure,
being honest. But I wasn't even upset after the game, because I was kind of like, wow, how did we even have a chance to win that at that point? Like, our defense rules. So, yeah. It is what it is. 19-21. You guys both picked Seattle. I picked the Rams. So I have that at least to hang my hat on today. All right. Baltimore, Cleveland. We talked about this already. The shitter show. I don't really have anything else. 23-16 was the final score. Anybody else?
No, not really. Not really. It wasn't very impressive to me.
Baltimore well on their way.
T.O. has this theory, so we're going to see how that rides out.
Well, It's not going to go far, but I told you. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl, go to the Super Bowl or anything, but they're going to make a nice push.
Well, I mean, you guys look at their schedule. I mean, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine, and T.O.'s going to look like a genius, but we all know the truth. He is not a genius. All right, so we got Kansas City at Denver. This game was awesome, dude. 19-22. Denver has a commanding 3.5 game lead in the division, and I am about ready to say the Chiefs dynasty is over. I know the TO's gonna have a mouthful of words to say about Patrick Mahomes now, this and that, but they're 5-5. At this point, they are the definition of mediocrity. Tio, go for it.
God, I'm so close to joining you. So close.
Don't even think about it.
Do you know what makes me think about it? Because this guy does not lose after a bye week. He doesn't. And this was a huge game, and I like to talk big games. And they don't lose these games. And they lost.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My face turned. I don't even know what to think. Because I for sure thought they're going to turn this sucker around, which they still could technically. But God, it's getting close to calling it today, and it looks good for the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, your number one obstacle is almost being taken out before your eyes. So no matter what your thoughts are on Kansas City, you've got to be
I can't see a league this day and age where Patrick Mahomes is not in the playoffs. I close my eyes, I open them. That world doesn't exist to me. So that's the problem I have.
What?
They have to start winning soon.
Yeah, and we got a comment here. Maybe Mahomes needs to do less commercials.
Well, maybe you need to.
Right. Go ahead, Frankie. I'll give you the last word.
Man, why do people have a problem when good things come to an end? Look what happened in New England. They dominated for 2 decades, 6 Super Bowls, and now they're rebuilding towards that goal, obviously.
Quickly.
But good things come to an end, and the Chiefs have been a dominant force in the AFC almost 8-9 years now, if not longer.
Too long.
Too long. Switching over change is hard. Sorry, folks, your Chiefs are not who they were. They're not
And
going
this is
to.
not. Yeah, this is not an indictment on my Chiefs fans.
Well, it's not an
I mean,
indictment.
I love
it's
you.
the
I love you
fact.
because you're fans of your team, but I'm fucking sick of them.
I'm tired of hearing about them.
I was just starting to like him.
All right, Detroit, Philly, the Detroit, Philly. Frankie and I picked Detroit, so we're just gonna shut up and we'll let you gloat on this one. Tell us why you knew that Philly was gonna win and why we were so dumb to go against it.
I looked at the standings and I just said, this is one that Philly has to have. 3 offensive linemen out for Detroit. Don't want to make excuses, but that's a big deal. And Philly's a good team. They're just weird. They don't do the things that people want them to do.
I know. Last year I found it incredibly hard to pick them because I was like, nothing excites me in one particular area, but they just got it done all year.
Just get it done. They're boring.
And they're starting to become that team again, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Frankie, go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say really anymore with this Philly team and Detroit too. I understand Detroit lost 2 coordinators, and does that have an effect? Obviously, they're having problems right now offensively. They have a game where they put up 40 plus points, and then they have a game where they can't even fucking do anything. But on the other hand, it's like you got the Philadelphia Eagles, who right now, are sitting at 8-2, but they did it so quietly and annoyingly. It wasn't like flashy football. It was just they're winning. It's like, ugh, they won again. I don't want a boring Super Bowl. I want excitement. I want freaking 60-yard touchdown bombs and to your playmakers, and it's just not happening right now. They're finding a way to win, and it's bothering the hell out of me.
Right. All right. Well, we'll see what happens going forward. I don't really want to spend a lot of time on this Dallas-Las Vegas game. It was a blowout.
Dumb.
I think the Raiders opened the scoring with a field goal, and then Geno Smith did Geno Smith things, and this Dallas offense is great. They're great. They're hitting on all cylinders. They have no defense. So, let's leave it at that. Unless anybody has anything profound.
Frankie J used to always say that Dak Prescott is not a good quarterback as well.
Oh, he's going to say it now. Go ahead, Frankie.
I still don't think he's a great quarterback.
What are you talking about?
Embarrass yourself. Yeah.
What I do.
I mean, here's the thing, dude. And T.O., you'll have to forgive me here. Josh Allen not won a Super Bowl either. So if that's your metric, shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
I mean, that's my truth for you.
Oh.
I mean, Dak Prescott throws a lot of touchdowns. Josh Allen throws a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's some playoff success, but really, what does that matter if you haven't won a Super Bowl?
It doesn't.
All right. So let's maybe rethink it, Frankie. Rethink it. We'll ask you again next week. Wait, of Dak Prescott. All right. We had Indianapolis and New Orleans on a bye week this week, so we don't have games for them.
Phew.
Again, 97%, and these two are tied at 56 on the season. All right, guys, this is where the fun is. This is where the fun is. We get to predict games for week 12. How fun is this job, you guys? How fun is this job? All right, we're starting with you. Buffalo at Houston. No CJ Stroud. You'll be facing Mills again. I don't like that. I wish that CJ Stroud was there at least for the primetime matchup. But T.O., who do you got in this game? I got Buffalo. I'm not even going to hide the fact that I think that anything else could happen with Mills. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure last time we played Mills, we beat them like 48-0.
Okay.
So I'm taking Buffalo.
All right. Frankie?
Houston's defense playing good. I'm actually interested to see Bills. Well, they always usually play shitty game plans, but I'm looking forward to see how we handle this game here. Are we just going to try to get the lead and just run it out, or what are we doing? Are we keeping this close?
Yeah.
If we're just going to run away with this game, or are we going to play a game plan where we just keep it close and you know what I mean? They're always in the game, even though we're better than them. Or are we just going to run away with this game?
Go ahead, Frankie. He's talking to you.
I like us to run away with this game. I think we always have trouble in Houston for some reason, and the Bills can't afford really any losses right now. So we have to go in there, and Josh Allen needs to do what Josh Allen did this past Sunday. Is it going to happen? 6 touchdowns? Probably not. But go in there, put your foot on the gas, and don't let up. Don't play. If you're blowing them out, blow them out. Now's the time of year you turn it on and you don't give a shit if you're offending people on the other sideline. Bills.
I feel like Houston's a top 5 defense right now.
Number
and
one.
if you get 6 touchdowns on them, I'll be shocked. And that's not an indictment on the Bills because they could do that to anybody. But yeah, that'd be a big story. All right, guys, no more overseas games. So the first noon game, or 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Eastern for you fellas, is going to be the Jets at Baltimore. T.O., I already know what you're going to say, and I brought it up earlier. Just look at the schedule. You're going to look brilliant. Tell me how badly Baltimore beats the Jets.
Not sure they beat them that bad again. It might be another ugly one like Cleveland. Could be. We'll see. But Baltimore
you're picking
at the
them
end of the day,
anyway, right?
yeah, Baltimore's going to get it done. I can't foresee how this game's going to be because the NFL's tricky. It could be close.
Okay. Frankie?
Baltimore, and I think the Jets are playing the safe face right now. I don't think they care about any draft picks. I don't see a Glenn coach team playing down to lose to get a better draft pick. So they're going to come out swinging. It'll be a closer game than we expect for sure. It's Baltimore. Weather could be a factor. Who knows? But Baltimore will win it. How they're going to win it, I don't know.
Because Tyrod Taylor's playing.
Yeah.
All right. We're all on the same page so far. That seems to happen every week. The first 2 games at least. And then we start wandering into Bears hosting Pittsburgh territory. This game is frustratingly difficult to call. We think Aaron Rodgers is going to play. It's in Chicago, where he's dominated.
He owns them.
He's owned the Bears throughout his career. Are the tides changing, Frankie? Or tell me who you're going to pick.
I want to pick Pittsburgh, but I can't because Aaron Rodgers has that broken bone, not in his throwing hand, but he's going to be a wuss the whole time. And I think Chicago wins this one. I'm going to pick Chicago. They're at home. They're obviously playing better than I imagined. And, you know, in the standings right now, they're number 1 in their division. So I got to take Chicago at home.
T.O., just to give you a little bit of hesitation maybe in your pick, I'm also taking Chicago, which leaves a spot open for you to get a game up on both of us if you are daring enough to choose Aaron Rodgers' broken old ass.
History wants me to pick them. The defense is saying pick me, but we're not at home. I don't. I'm going to have to stick with. Gosh, I really don't want Chicago though. Give me Chicago.
All right. Well, that makes me change. I'm going to have to change I'm going to pick Pittsburgh.
Why?
Just to go against you two mugs.
Watch, this fucker will win too. Pittsburgh will crush them.
Just to go against you two mugs.
It's hard to go against history.
And we got a live audience watching this, so I appreciate everybody that's watching live and commenting. This is a first for us, you guys. It's so exciting.
Hell yeah!
I foresee him getting hurt. They're going to that other quarterback when they really should go to Howard. I think the Pittsburgh fans want to see Howard.
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting. We do have a Pittsburgh correspondent, and I would love to hear his thoughts on that. Steve Rewalk, if you're watching, let us know. In your weekly video, by the way, let us know. All right,
yeah.
New England at Cincinnati. Guys, no, I'm going to just tell you New England is going to win this game, and I'm going to let you tell me the same
Tell you
thing.
what.
I'm going to let you tell me the same thing. Go ahead, Frankie.
New England's going to win. Cincinnati, I mean, it's been a crappy year for them. They're sitting, second last in the division, 3-7. I don't see. I just think that they're done, and Jamar Chase being out doesn't help. So,
Is this the game that he's going to miss?
yep.
All right. Yeah, I think that definitely hurts them as well. Not that they. I mean, it's good if you have to miss a game. You want to miss a game where you're already going to get your ass wholly beaten in.
Yeah, I wasn't in there. That's why we lost. See,
Right. Tio,
narrative.
Tio, are you with us on this game?
No. This
Okay.
is the NFL, and these are the weird games. And Bills need New England to lose. This is one of those games where you're not expecting it. What you will expect is 2 touchdowns from Yoshiva in the absence of Jamar Chase because Yoshiva comes to play. And I think this is it. I think Cincy helps the Bills because in some weird way we're connected because of all that crap that's happened between us, and I think they do us a favor here.
Yeah. We do have Cincinnati fan watching this live broadcast.
Well, it's nice to know they're the only ones there.
And I think they like what you're saying, but they're like, man, how much did he smoke before he got on this podcast?
5,065 bulls a year.
Tally it up.
All right. Well, you know what? The games still have to be played. Drake May could get injured, and heaven forbid.
No. You know what's going to happen? Stevenson's going to come back, and New England Vrabel's going to screw it all up.
Dude, and it's Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, Frankie, you're forgetting it's Joe Flacco. You sure you don't want to switch over and join him?
And it's wacko for Flacco.
I am
There
wacko.
you go.
I like the guy. I think he's doing a good job for how old he is. He's playing.
All right. Now we have the New York Giants, New York Football Giants with Jackson Dart. Frankie, remember what I said? They're playing at Detroit in the Dome. I'm going to let you go first, keeping in mind that New York is they're not just somebody that you can walk over anymore, even with all their injuries. But go ahead.
Detroit, New York's done. They're coachless and scatterbooless, and they got a Jackson Dart who's got a concussion that they're covering up. So they're not going to win. Detroit's not going to lose at home the way they just lost. It's not going to happen.
All right, Tio.
Detroit wins.
Detroit wins. I got Detroit as well. I like what the Giants are doing. I would give them a way better chance if they were at full health. Because after what I saw out of Jared Goff last week, my goodness, he was
Jared Goff, average quarterback.
Yeah, I've always thought that. Okay. I thought that this great Lions team would have won the Super Bowl with Stafford.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly believe that. Yeah. People are in the chat saying, oh, my God, I actually agree with T.O. All right, well, I mean, yeah. Wow. I would hardly call it a fan club, T.O., so let your head stay the same size. But
it's usually the consensus.
Yeah. All right. Minnesota at Green Bay. Guys, 2 inconsistent teams. Who's more inconsistent? T.O.
First tie of the year?
Second.
It would be their second.
Then it won't be that.
Dude, if Green Bay tied this game and that was their second tie of the season, just cut their throats already.
Shit. I don't know.
It's not hard.
Green Bay.
It is at Lambeau. Frankie, I'm assuming you're going to go Green Bay as well.
You have to.
I have to?
I have to go Green Bay. Minnesota's done. They're done.
Should I pick Minnesota just to go against you guys?
I dare you.
In the frozen tundra? I don't think so.
Dude, well, here's the thing. Every time I've been picking Green Bay, like it always comes down to the last second, and like I'm always like, why am I so sure on my picks that they're gonna win? I'm gonna stick with it, but as the live crowd is my audience, as my witness. If you're a Minnesota fan, this game is not out of your reach. I will not be at all surprised if Minnesota wins this game, and I'm basing that on the inconsistency that I've seen out of the Packers so far this year. It's anyone's game. Don't let the fact that all three of us are on Green Bay deter you from any of this. All right. Indianapolis at Kansas City. Guys, this is a good game. This is a good matchup. It's at Kansas City, so automatically they're favored. If you look at the record, they're not favored. You look at quarterback and tight end, they're favored. You look pretty much anywhere else across the board, it favors the Colts. Jonathan Taylor is my MVP so far this season, based on his ridiculous play. Can the Chiefs stop him? T.O., I know that there's a lot of factors that you like about this game and a lot that you probably don't like. So tell me what you like and who's going to win.
I like the way Andy Reid is going to take the ball out of Jonathan Taylor's hands and put it in the hands of Danny Dimes, and he's going to roll the dice in that regard. I think the Chiefs are very good at stopping the run.
So you think they're going to load the box and force the throw?
I don't even think he has to load the box. It's strategic blitzes. They don't. He's got other ways around that. I don't think. Could Jonathan Taylor break one? Yeah, he could break one. Still have 130 yards, but if he breaks an 80-yard touchdown, how many yards did he really have if that didn't happen? I could see that kind of playing out, but I'm still taking the Chiefs.
I think that Taylor has a 100-yard game, and if he has a 100-yard game, I think Indy wins. So I'm going to pick Indy. Frankie, you're the tiebreaker here.
You took Kansas City, huh, Tio?
Yeah.
I'm going to take Indy. They're coming off a bye. Kansas City's coming off a shitty loss. It doesn't matter if it's at Arrowhead. They can lose there. Cincinnati's proven that. Buffalo's proven that. They're not unbeatable at Arrowhead. And they're a subpar team right now. Sorry, Kansas City fans. Your team is not that good this year. Their record is what they are. I don't see that changing this week. I take Indy. I think Indy goes in there and just puts a smack down on them.
You're
Smacky
mean.
smack.
You're mean.
I like it.
You know what? Here's what I don't like. I don't like the fact that T.O.'s sitting alone on Kansas City, who should be a favor in this. He look at his stupid face. He fucking knows that he might have snuck out. He might have snuck out a victory over us on this one, but whatever. I'm sticking to my guns. I think if Jonathan Taylor is the key to this game, and I think they're gonna have to if they want Danny Dimes to throw the ball, they're gonna have to stack the box and force them to throw over it. That's just how it goes. Because if you don't load the box and you let him go up against your guys, he's gonna run a rough shot through your front seven, and maybe the secondary will be able to stop him, but I doubt it. I think he goes for 120 in this game, and I think that's all she wrote. If he doesn't, if they actually can stop him, T.O. is going to have a fucking even dumber smile on his face next week. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, my friend.
He's good at that.
That's a good smile. He's got a good smile, but I hate it. I want to smack it off his face.
I'll definitely be watching that game closely.
Yeah. All right. So now we have Seattle at Tennessee. Cam Ward against the Seahawks defense. Typically this is the kind of game, guys, that I don't even want to watch because I like if we could play the Rams every week, that would be my preference. Like I know I'm a weirdo, dude. I'm a glutton for punishment. I hate games where it's like it's already decided. I know we still got to play the game, but Seattle should destroy them. The one thing that I am looking forward to is to seeing Cam Ward play against Seattle. Frankie, are you with me? Is Seattle going to win this game?
They better, because I'm picking
They
them.
better.
I mean, they better. They have to. So
I would like to see a clean game with no turnovers. Let's start that. Let's start that trend. Tio.
Let's start the trend for Seattle finding your number one running back in Kenneth Walker.
Oh, you think it's Walker, do you?
My opinion.
All right. I like Walker. I love Charbonnet.
Both good.
So typically, Frankie, what he's talking about is they split carries. And once you get inside the 10-yard line, it's all Charbonnet. They don't give the ball to Walker inside. And I'm assuming there's a good reason for that. He's basically a bowling ball. But Walker's slick, dude. If you get him out in the open field, like if I'm starting at the 20, like the opposite 20, and I got 80 yards to go, he could break one every time.
yeah.
Charbonnet is not going to be that guy, right?
Yep.
So you took Seattle? That?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we're all on Seattle. That would be insane. That would be insane to take otherwise. But yeah, okay. I like it. I like what you're saying. I do wish there was a commit, one way or the other, commit to one guy.
I feel like that's the easiest way to negate the 4 interceptions. Don't put the pressure on Darnold. Get back to the running game and good defense, especially in this game.
That's so interesting. Dude, it just goes back to the argument that we had about the center not mattering. Now you're saying that one guy can block better than the other guy, and now all of a sudden the running back blocker matters. I mean, what are we doing here?
I think if you're the center, backup or not, you know how to run block. I think it's pass protection where you have a little bit more problems. There's a lot more to read. I think the run block is pretty easy,
right,
for an offensive lineman.
I agree.
So when you're in a game against the Rams like that, where you feel the pressure and you feel like you have to be throwing, this game you're not going to feel that.
No, hopefully not, for sure. But again, I don't know this backup center. I don't know. We lost Gray Zabel this week, our first round guard selection. He's day to day. I'm amazed that he didn't get injured for longer than that, but we'll see if he's even playing. But yeah, you can't use pressure as an excuse. And I realize Darnold probably was like, I got sacked 9 times last time he played them. He didn't get sacked once this time, but he threw 4 picks and lost the game. So I think he would take 9 sacks and a win 10 times out of 10, right? But that's not how it went. So, yeah, I don't hate what you're saying. I like the idea of picking one running back, but I just don't know if it would be K9 for me. Frankie, anything else to say before we move off this?
No.
All right, we're all on Seattle. Jacksonville at Arizona. Frankie, this is the team that I think you love to love. I think you love to love Loch's love.
Jacksonville will win because Arizona's just not good. They're just not good. I mean, they're not. They haven't been good in a long time.
That's fine analysis. They're just not good.
They're just not good. I mean, there's really not too much to go into here. They're just not good. And
Tio?
Jacksonville's rolling.
They're
Do you
both
agree?
not good. They're both. I don't know. They're tricky teams. I could see this game going either way too. It wouldn't surprise me. Trevor Lawrence has thrown 2 touchdowns in 6 straight games. How long could that last? I don't know. Give me Jacksonville.
All right, I'm going to Arizona, guys.
Yeah, I wanted to do that too.
And I'm not even changing my that's what I have written down here. I'm going Arizona. I don't think they're as bad as what they've looked the last 2 weeks. And I still don't trust Jacksonville fully. I just don't. So we'll see. We'll see. These types of ticks have been working out for me the last couple of weeks. So we'll see if that trend continues. Or if I'll be eating my own shit next weekend or next
Some
week.
salt and pepper.
That's right. A little garlic powder. All right, Cleveland at the Raiders, dude. This game.
Can we
Go
just
ahead.
really quickly just Raiders? I'm not even gonna.
Raiders?
There's no analysis to give here. Raiders,
Where's the game being played?
Vegas.
Sin City, Shador Sanders.
Raiders.
The league hates him. I feel like they want him to lose. How many more games is Myles Garrett going to play and watch this happen? I don't know.
He just signed a long-term deal to stay there.
Oh God, how?
Dummy.
Oh, I really want to pick Cleveland and Sanders, but I feel like the league hates the guy and they're just going to screw him somehow. But it's usually that other quarterback that throws the picks for Vegas. Give me Sanders and Cleveland.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
I had you marked down for Vegas, and I was like, this guy's nuts. Frankie, you're nuts, dude. Geno Smith against Cleveland's defense. Shut your face, dude. It's over already.
Just wait and see what happens.
It's over already.
Just wait.
We'll see. Yeah.
Wait till the text wars begin on Sunday.
Oh, do you want to? Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and talk some shit now before the game's even played?
I'll talk shit no matter what day, what time. Where
Is
I'm
Geno
at.
Smith a good quarterback?
No,
He's playing a great defense.
he fucking blows.
But Cleveland's offense blows. Maybe you see a little
picked
fan
him.
in this week.
You
Maybe.
just picked them.
Maybe there's a streaker too. It's Vegas.
I'm
Oh
taking
my
Cleveland.
God. The show's out of control, you guys. All right.
Hell.
This is a division matchup.
Great.
Look, and it sounds like you're automatically going to know who's going to win, but I want you to remember Philly at Dallas.
This is weird.
T.O., I'll let you go first, unless you want me to go first. If you want to know, because I never hardly ever go first, but go ahead.
Give me the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
I love it. I love that pick. And you know why? Because it means I'd get a game up on you. I got Philly. Philly, dude, and here's where it comes down. I've been bragging up Dallas's offense, right? And I've been saying I hate picking Philly because nothing about it excites me. But I learn. I learn by my mistakes, and I learn by like just being like, they don't do it flashy, but they're going to find a way to win this game in Jerry World. Tio is Dallas. I'm Philly. Frankie, again, tell me why you're with me and tell me why.
Well, this is going to maybe make your butt hurt, but I took Dallas in this one.
What? Thank you, guys.
You're
Christmas
welcome.
comes early for Dame's Marvs.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
You picked him obviously because Dak is not a good quarterback, right?
No, it's not that. It's just Philly is due for that game where they should win and they're not going to.
Okay. Well, it's going to be an interesting show next week, guys. And
can't
I'll
wait.
remind you, it's going to be live right here on Loch
Yes.
22 on all of these different places. I think we're live right now on X. We're live on like 5 different Facebook accounts, 2 different YouTube accounts. We are live everywhere that we can think to be live, except for TikTok. Fuck you, TikTok. Make it easier, and we'll make it easier for us, and we'll go live on YouTube. But yeah, these two guys are going to have to defend picking Dallas over Philly right here live next week. So check it out.
Don't worry about it.
Atlanta, New Orleans. Does the revival of Kirk Cousins, is that enough for Atlanta to beat New Orleans? You would think this is a good time for him to come in and reacclimate himself. Go ahead, Frankie. You're looking away. So
I got to go. Listen, man, this is just one of those games I don't want to say I don't care about because I'll watch Red Zone and watch it because it's in the late window. I don't really care about this game, and not in a bad way, because I know right now both teams, what are they playing for right now? They're padding stats. I took Atlanta. I think they're going to use Bijan a little bit. I think they're going to try to build the game plan around how bad Kirk Cousins really is at this point in his career, and they're going to sneak in a win. I think they still got a decent defense. And New Orleans I think they should relocate, really, at this point. Go to St. Louis.
What?
Wow.
Why?
Because you're done.
Why would they relocate?
Why not?
They've got like a great history there.
Yeah.
Drew Brees.
Yeah. Well,
A Super Bowl winner.
it's the
He
last thing they
saved
want.
them. What a miracle. Their season was going down. They just got hit by a massive earthquake, and then what do you know? Drew Brees comes, and they win the Super Bowl. Wow, you couldn't write it better than that, Frankie J.
Dude, imagine a scenario where sometime in the 90s,
Wow.
80s,
Out of all the
90s,
teams.
just imagine sometime in the 80s and 90s, the Bills of Buffalo lose 4 Super Bowls in a row, and they're just like, we got to move.
They almost did.
You see how stupid you sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bon Jovi.
Yep. Toronto.
Bastard, don't buy none of his stuff.
We got he's an anti-Jovite. You're a rabid anti-Jovite.
Don't buy none of his stuff.
All right.
The Bills.
So what do you got? Who do you got, Tio?
Who's playing? I'm just
Atlanta and
kidding.
New Orleans.
I'm just kidding. I'm taking Hot Atlanta because they're not hot at all. And every time I pick them, they lose.
All right, I'm going New Orleans.
There it is.
Oh, there he is.
Show. Is that how you pronounce the quarterback?
Shoe.
Shit.
Shohei.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Shohei.
really know.
Who cares?
That's why I didn't pick him.
You can get
Shohei?
rid anyways.
Shohei.
That's why I didn't pick him.
They're at home. I'm not changing mine to go against you guys. I actually legitimately picked New Orleans because of the injury.
You
Dedication.
also didn't pick KC.
But also remember, Kirk Cousins can light it up. He can absolutely light it up, or he can absolutely shit
who?
all 3 of our beds.
Drake London isn't playing.
Yeah, he hasn't played in a while. That's why. All right, guys. We got 2 games left to call here. We got Tampa Bay at the Rams.
Ooh.
Tio, you said, like you were having some kind of, I don't know,
A smasm.
a smash 'em.
Wow. This is a toughie.
Ooh.
What's
Are you
the
talking about
records?
the game?
What
In all
are you
things-
asking?
What's the records here?
I mean, you got the Rams in first place, Tio, and they're playing,
The Rams are 8-2.
playing Tampa Bay, who's at the top of their division at 6-4. It's not really a hard decision.
It is. It is a hard decision.
Not really.
And I'll tell you why.
Jesus.
Sunday Night Football, you should know.
Because I like the Rams in this one.
Okay.
Clickety click clack.
He's taking the Rams. Frankie?
I'm taking the Rams. They're at home. Matt Stafford, Devontae Adams, that team's pumping right now. I don't predict Tampa Bay going in there, coming off the ass licking they got in Buffalo, going on the road and winning that game in primetime Sunday night. Chris Collinsworth is going to be, oh my God, rah, 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 the whole freaking night on how good the Rams are.
Did you
What you just said makes me want to pick the other team.
just say that the Buffalo Bills licked Tampa Bay's ass?
They beat them.
I know, but I understand that taking a licking that's a
Jeez.
saying, but you don't want to say you licked their ass.
I
didn't
definitely
like
don't.
anybody.
I don't want to lose any game to Frankie. I'll tell you that.
We're all on the Rams, guys. You're crazy.
No more licking.
I hope that Baker Mayfield can find a way to pull this out. I would absolutely love him for that. But
What, you love
you're
him when he
dumb
pulls out
picking against
There
the
you go.
Rams right now. Just don't do it. All right, staying in the NFC West, we're bringing Carolina to San Francisco. Oh man, if there was a time you don't want to play Carolina, it might be right now. Unless you're at full health, but at the same time, San Francisco's getting healthier, and they've got a heck of a roster. I love me some Bryce Young. I love the bobblehead. Frankie, you go ahead. Tell me what you got. Tell me why San Francisco's going to win this game.
They're at home.
That's it.
And they're just a better team. They're a better built team than that of Carolina. Carolina's had a couple wins this year where they show the fans a little bit of promise, and Bryce Young might be good. And I'm not on the Bryce Young train yet, and probably never will be. I don't think he'll be around long enough. Yeah, easy pick for me. San Fran at home. Boring ass Monday night game. Low scoring.
Tio, do you think this is going to be a low scoring game?
Not at all.
I don't agree with that at all. I think that's ridiculous. I mean, San Francisco, I'm fine with you making that pick, but low scoring. Go ahead, Tio. Tell me what you think.
I think you might get a lot of garbage points scored by Carolina here at the end, maybe. But to say low scoring, I don't know. I don't think so. San Francisco's depleted in their secondary. Everybody's been throwing against them. Doesn't matter who you are. So, yeah, and San Francisco's humming on offense. There's going to be points.
Who wins?
And San Fran wins.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm putting that Frankie made the comment that it was going to be low scoring.
I remember this, people. I say what I say for reasons.
You might see Christian McCaffrey score 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, unless he blows out his calf muscle.
Wait, would you consider a blowout San Francisco 45-6? Would you consider that a low scoring game?
No.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure because I'm not going to let you get away with that shit.
Yeah, what's low? Yeah, the over/under is one of the highest ones of the week.
Yeah,
I
so
just can't wait to see how this game plays out.
all right, I obviously want to pick Carolina for selfish reasons on both accounts. I hate the Niners and I love Bryce Young, but I can, in good conscience, let you guys both choose San Francisco and deviate from that. I can't give that one to you.
You just want to get lucky.
I can't give that one to you. So we're all three on the Niners, and that wraps up the choices. But here's the thing. You guys didn't hear us talk about Denver. You didn't hear us talk about the Chargers, the Dolphins, or the Commanders, and that's because those 4 teams are on their bye week this week. So no games for them. God, look at the time, guys. We did this perfectly.
I want to know something.
Go ahead.
I got a question. What week is we're in 12 here?
Yeah.
I want to know, comments please, who's your choice so far for MVP?
Oh.
Well, you go first.
Matthew Stafford.
Frankie?
I'm not ready to pick it this time.
You got to do it. I know what you're going to say.
I'm not ready to pick it this time.
It's not a fair question because I watch your other show, and when you say that, I'm punching my screen.
I'm going to say
literally.
Josh Allen again, 2 years in a row. He's going to get MVP again.
Josh Allen.
Yes.
He's not even leading his division right now.
It doesn't matter. He's going to turn it on. He's going to come back in the second half. You asked me who I think will be MVP.
Fine.
He can be the league MVP
I asked
and then
you in vain
MVP in the Super Bowl.
Stupid choice. All right, it's between Stafford and Taylor, dude. Period.
No running back will win MVP right now.
True.
It's a quarterback league.
Yes.
Do I know that much?
This is why they need 2 different awards.
Yeah, they don't need any awards. They get enough. They get paid a lot of money. And they
Offensive Player of the Year and MVP should be almost the same.
Anyway, you guys come back in an hour and watch these 2 mugs on True NFL. And thank you guys. I just want to say once again to the Loch 22 family and to the Raw Live family who's part of this now. You're going to see content from this show on both channels, on all social media platforms. You're going to see clips from this show on TikTok. You'll see it on X, everywhere. Remember, it's going to be live at the same time every week for the rest of the season, including playoffs. I talked to Gobo the other day. He wants to come back and join us for an episode. And look at that. We'd just move T over a little bit, and we'd be able to drop him right in there. And we'll talk. It'll be times. Thank you guys for joining us live for the first time ever. Go ahead, Frankie. You go ahead and get the last word of the show.
I want to say the same thing. Thank you for everybody here that's watching live, wherever you may be. I think most of our viewers right now are over on X for Dame, so we are happy that you're supporting them. And like Dame said, in 1 hour, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be live right here again. And this is a collaborative thing that we're doing. It's awesome. We're having a great time. Dames, congratulations again on leveling up here and going live and all these different platforms. You got Facebook, you got YouTube, you got the X, and it's going to be great. So thanks for being here. I had a great time.
Tio, smile.
I had a great time. I'm excited to interact with the audience. Please post your comments. I'm happy to read them. I love reading them and interacting with the audience. Thanks for having me, Dane.
22 out.
This was a Loch 22 production. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.